one player in the NBA that I could choose to be on my team right now, it would be Joel Embiid. To me, Joel Embiid is the best player in the NBA right now. And that is why the Sixers must do whatever it takes to get him some help. Dallas still stinks. You're right the way, King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great Monday. Hope you guys are doing well. So today, we're going to talk a little NBA. We're going to talk a little Sixers. We're going to talk a little Joel Embiid. We're going to talk a little bit about baby Simmons. We're going to talk it all because I love the Sixers. I love them. And, you know, I don't do enough Sixers stuff. I feel like that in my heart. And part of it is I always feel guilty I can't stream as many Sixers games as I want to. They always start before I get home. It's like halftime, and it's really hard on me. But I need to do more Sixers stuff. And let me say this. Sometimes when I do Sixers videos, I'll get Eagle fans who will be like, "Oh, dude, please don't talk Sixers. Oh, I can't do this Sixers stuff. Oh, please don't talk Eagles." Here's what I'll say to people that say that. I promise you, anytime I ever do a Sixers video, I will always put an Eagles video out later that day. I will always put an Eagles video out later that day. That is a guarantee from me to you. I promise you I will do that because, we're always going to talk the Eagles. Nothing's ever going to take away from that content. So I just want you guys to know that. But I got to get some stuff off my chest today with the Sixers, because everything that's been going on has just been irking me all year. And some good things, some bad things, But the Sixers, to me, are at they're at a crossing point. Okay, they're at a point where they have, in my opinion, the best player in the league right now, the MVP of the league. In his prime, a big man who had injuries early in his career, and, who we don't know how long he's going to be his prime. He is a big guy, and the Sixers are at a point where they've got to get him help. They have to get him somebody else now while he's in his prime, because this is a perfect, probably the best chance I've seen in a long time of actually winning a title. And you got to get it done with Embiid. You got to make sure that you get somebody else for him because he needs help. He needs help, man. He needs help. When Embiid was first drafted, if you remember, he was supposed to go first overall. I think he hurt his foot, right? Something, he was going to go to Cleveland at number 1. He drops to 3. Now, when they were on the board, I'm like, they got to take Embiid. Please take Embiid. Please take Embiid. People are like, you're crazy. Why would you want Embiid? He's going to be injury prone all the time. Why would you take him? I'm like, this guy is a generational talent. He is generational. If you don't take this guy right now and he pans out and he gets over his injuries, you're going to regret it. You got to take the chance. And the Sixers did that. And they went out and they got him. They sat him 1 year. Then he had injuries. They said 1 year or 2 years, I can't remember. But he sat. Took a long while to play. Then when he came in, you could see his talent. But he always had injury problems, or he was out of shape. It just wasn't all there. But they stuck with him, and he continued to develop. And now he is playing at an MVP level. I think the last 2 years especially, he's gone to another level. Embiid has gone into the level of Sixer greats, okay? He's on my all-time great Sixers list now. I think he's on pace to be one of the greats, to be a Hall of Famer, and this kid is special. You're not going to see guys like him come around all the time. Not only is he talented and a special talent, but he's not a spoiled brat. You know what I'm saying? He's like not a spoiled brat. Like Shaq was right about Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is baby. Ben Simmons is a spoiled brat. And Joel Embiid, I heard Barkley criticize Embiid. I heard Shaq criticize him. I watched those interviews where they were talking to him. Embiid took it. He took it like a man, inch by inch. And he went out and he got better. He didn't cry like a baby, whine like Ben Simmons. And that's because he didn't grow up like a spoiled brat. Because the truth is guys like Ben Simmons, guys like Carson Wentz, they're spoiled brats. They come up and they're the best in every, from grade school on. They're the best. They don't have any competition. Then they get to the pros where they do, and you have to be mentally tough, or you have to look at yourself in the right way, or you have to be able to be able to take criticism, and they can't do it because everything has been handed to them, okay? But you get a guy like Embiid who came from another country, started playing late. He didn't grow up that way. That's why he could take it. That's why he's mentally tough. That's why Embiid is my favorite player in this league. And the truth of the matter is Embiid needs somebody else with him. He needs a star around him to help him because he can't do it all on his own. And the Sixers better not waste this guy's prime. You can't sit there and let him just play by himself or trade Ben Simmons and get 3 average players and then expect to win. You need to get a stone-cold killer. A stone-cold killer with him. Think about the Atlanta game last year, right? Game 7. And this wasn't just the Atlanta game. This is something I complained about all year. Game 7, Atlanta is like 3-4 minutes. Atlanta's coming back. And what's happening? The Sixer players are acting like nobody wants the ball. Nobody wants to touch the ball. Nobody wants to make a shot. Nobody wanted to help out Embiid. And then Embiid is out on the outside, and they're giving the ball in a bad position. And they had no answer. They had nobody. That is where you need a stone-cold killer, somebody else. That is where if you had Jimmy Butler, which I still haven't gotten over that they let him go, should never let him go. If they would have kept Jimmy Butler, you would have won 2 titles already. 2 titles. Hold on. I got to adjust this thing. Hold on. This light's... All right, there we go. Sorry. The sunlight's coming in and it's burning. But it's going to screw up the green screen. But anyways, should never have got rid of Jimmy Butler. Should never have happened. Okay? But they did. And why did they get rid of him? Because they were going to keep Brett Brown. Well, you only kept Brett Brown 1 more year, and then you fired him, so you might as well have fired him and kept Jimmy Butler. Let Tobias Harris go. You would have won 2 titles. But, that's spilled milk. I ain't going to worry about that. My point is this. You have to get somebody else that could come in and help Joel Embiid. You need another stone-cold killer. Somebody that when the game is on the line, if you can't get the ball inside of Embiid or whatever, that can make that outside shot. They don't have it. They don't have it. That's why the Sixers cannot trade Ben Simmons for just a couple average players or a couple good guys. You have to hold out. If you have to wait the whole year to do it, do it. But you have to get something for him. And now we got reports that the Sixers are getting or interested or talking about the possibility of getting James Harden. If you can get James Harden, you're going to win the whole thing. That's how I feel. You become bona fide contenders. I mean, they're contenders now, but I still think you need to get over the top. You need somebody else. James Harden would be that guy. Now, I've read some things saying, well, they wouldn't fit the way they use pick and roll. It wouldn't fit. I'll take my chances in Harden. I'll take it. I'll take my chances. Now, if you could get Bradley Beal, I would do that. That would be my first choice if given opportunity. But I don't know if that's possible. Harden, I think, is possible. And if you can get him with Joel Embiid, I think it could be a beautiful marriage made in heaven because Harden hasn't really gotten over the top. I think Embiid can help him get there. Okay? But you in the NBA you need at least 2 stars. You need at least 2 guys that can get the job done. Embiid can't do it on his own. Tobias Harris is not that guy. He is not. Ben Simmons, we know he's not that guy. He's a baby. Get rid of his ass. You know what I mean? The Sixers cannot waste Joel Embiid's prime. They have to do it. They have to strike, and they have to strike now. I feel in a lot of ways the Sixers, back when Allen Iverson was there, never got him the other guy he needed. Never really got him the other guy he needed. He got us to the finals with a bunch of good players, but he didn't really ever have that other guy. He needs it. He needs it, When we talk about, wasting talent and wasting players, I feel like the Sixers did that with Allen Iverson. I mean, can you imagine if the Sixers would have drafted Paul Pierce? I think they took Larry Hughes, and then Pierce went I think 2 or 3 picks later, Dirk went after the Sixers took Larry Hughes. Imagine if you take Paul Pierce or Dirk to go with Allen Iverson. You win 2 titles. You win 2 titles. The Sixers can't make that mistake with Joel Embiid. They've tried not to. Ben Simmons was supposed to be that guy, but he didn't develop. So we've got to trade him. So to me, I don't look at the Sixers like you can wait too long. I think you could wait till the end of this year and do it this offseason if you have to. You have to make sure you get something for Ben. You just do. But if I'm the Sixers, I have to go all in and get somebody else to go with Joel Embiid. Because I'm telling you, this guy is spectacular. And if he has somebody else, they're going to win 2 titles. They're going to win 2 titles. There's no question about it. So right now, it looks like there's talk that it may be James Harden. I am praying that it's him. I mean, I would love to have him. I think they would be a great combination. And Embiid could help Harden get over the top, get a championship. And Embiid definitely could get one. But the Sixers, I mean, you can't waste his talent. And it's really a shame. A couple things are a shame. Like people say, oh, the process didn't work. The process didn't work. It worked. You just shouldn't have let Butler out the door. Secondly, Ben Simmons, I mean, dude, what a train wreck this guy is. And look, he says he has mental issues. I'm not going to get into all that. I just look at him as a spoiled brat. You know, I look at him like if it was my son, I would say, look, man, you need to stop being a spoiled brat. You need this foot up your ass, and you need to get out there and do your shit. You know what I mean? Stop crying. The guy's lost, what they say, $19 million this year? I mean, that's crazy because he don't want to play. You know, but if he does play, he's too scared to shoot. He's too scared to make a mistake. He's too scared to have people say, oh, Ben Simmons this or Ben Simmons that. This guy's head is out of whack. And look, I think some of these athletes that come up, they're spoiled. Carson Wentz, look at him. Crybaby, had to leave Philly. I mean, I know people like him, but look, he did. He couldn't take a little competition. Joel Embiid's not that dude. Joel Embiid is MVP, stone cold killer. He just needs somebody to compliment him. And the Sixers have an opportunity to go out and get Harden. They've got to do it. They got to do it. If they do, I think they win the whole thing. I definitely think they can win the whole thing. But we're going to find out. Let me know what you guys think. Hope you like this. I know I don't do enough Sixers videos. I'm going to try to do more. To me, the Sixers are on the clock. Get somebody in here with Joel Embiid and take advantage of his prime because you could win a couple titles right now. I have no doubt about it, okay? Would the Houston Rockets let Hakeem Olajuwon play with nobody? No, look at the players he had, okay? You got to go out and make sure you have players. Embiid needs help. If you get it to him, he will bring this city a title, in my opinion. Yeah, let me know if you like the Sixers video, if you like more content. And remember, Eagle fans, I will always follow up a Sixers video with an Eagles video. So you never have to worry about losing content to basketball. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. What a joke this Ben Simmons is, man. You know, I gave him every opportunity. Like, I was like, oh, well, we got to give him another year. He'll develop his shooting. And then you look and you see the whole thing where it's like Instagram, he's shooting. Oh, look, Ben Simmons in practice, shooting. I'm going, oh, my gosh, here we go. He don't do it. And then when he passed that ball up in that Atlanta game, you knew that kid had no heart. He had no heart. He don't have that championship heart. You have to be a stone cold killer. You have to. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Jimmy Butler's one. I mean, these guys are all, the greats are stone cold killers. You got to be that. You got to be able to take the game on your own. You know what I mean? But you have to have somebody to compliment you too at the same time. You have to have somebody else on the team. If the Sixers could get James Harden, we good. Denzel Washington.